I'm Elizabeth Lincecum, Communications Director at the North Carolina Institute for Constitutional Law. Welcome back to our series Cornerstone Commentaries. Today our guest is Justice Robert Orr, who will discuss House Bill 3, which deals with the exclusionary rule for search and seizures.
Well, House Bill 3 is one of the most unique pieces of legislation that I think I've ever seen introduced in the General Assembly. And to understand what House Bill 3 does, you have to understand that under the United States Constitution, citizens are protected in their rights from any unreasonable search or seizure. This comes up, of course, in the context of criminal cases usually. And in order to make sure that citizens' rights are protected, the federal courts, particularly the U.S. Supreme Court, has developed the exclusionary rule, which means that if evidence is obtained in violation of the rights of the citizens to be free from an unreasonable search and seizure, then that evidence is excluded at trial. But over the course of time, an exception to the exclusionary rule developed, which was called the good faith exception. And what that essentially means is that if law enforcement operates in good faith belief that they're obtaining the evidence consistent with the protection of constitutional rights, then any evidence seized, even if found to be ultimately improperly obtained, could still be introduced at trial. Now, the wild card is the state constitution. In North Carolina, as in other states, the constitution of a state can grant greater protection to citizens than the similar rights afforded under the federal constitution. So, in North Carolina, the protection of citizens to be free from an unreasonable search and seizure is protected by the federal constitution, but in the case of State v. Carter, our court went even further. In State v. Carter, the court held that the good faith exception to the exclusionary rule did not apply in North Carolina, and that if evidence was obtained in violation of the rights of the citizen, then it was excluded, no matter whether that evidence was obtained in good faith or whether it was otherwise. And House Bill 3 seeks to address that, but it does so by articulating that North Carolina should have a good faith exception to the exclusionary rule, but it recognizes the fact that our state's highest court has held that the good faith exception doesn't apply in North Carolina. And so the legislation essentially says, members of the court, we would like for you to reverse State v. Carter. I don't think I've ever seen that in a piece of legislation before, and it will be interesting to see where it goes.
Thank you for joining us, and remember, the Constitution is the cornerstone of all law.